Welcome to Gaming Daddies, the podcast where fatherhood meets the digital grind. I'm Tedder, one of your three gaming daddies, and each week the three of us sit down to talk about the games we're playing and how we balance gaming life with family life and the big conversations happening in the gaming world. This week, each gaming daddy will answer questions of what do we do during snow days, find out what our go-to snacks, games, and catch up on your gaming daddies as they venture into winter weather and no work. So grab your controller, or maybe just your free 1 hour of peace and quiet, and let's hit start.
Boom. This episode is also brought to you by Nuka Grape. Still have a few of these left, by the way. I'm a fan. Were you a fan of those? I really liked all three. I thought they were good. Nicole hates grapes, so I got all those. But she likes the Sunset Sarsaparilla, or however you're supposed to say that. She was drinking one of those while playing Fallout yesterday, so it was really good stuff. So hello, gentlemen. Welcome to the snowpocalypse of 2026.
Yeah.
So let's catch up on some parenting life. How's parenting been going this past week, especially now?
So great.
So great. Can you hear that? Is that yours or is that mine? I think that's yours.
It's not mine.
Not yours?
Mine's
Jay, is that
asleep.
yours?
Well, let me go check. Where have I been the last 9 months?
Yes, it's mine.
No, parenting is, especially for you guys, is going to have to participate a little bit more these next few days. Eh?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I know we're out tomorrow and probably Tuesday as well.
So heading into the weekend, I was a firm believer. Well, we were released at like 1:30 on Friday. I don't know about if y'all got the early release bug or not.
No. Well, Jay left to go pick up Ava, but
Yeah.
no, I was there till 3:45. No.
So we got released out of an abundance of caution, which is fine. I mean, and then I did some running around. It was raining a little bit. I kind of ran around. I was like getting the kind of itch to buy some new shoes, and that just never materialized. So I was just it was raining and spitting a little bit along the way. And then got home, or went to Walmart, which of course Walmart's just a madhouse at the mention of a drop of snow hitting the ground.
Yeah, you got to avoid that.
And like the bread was gone. The usual suspect. The eggs were all gone, and I was there because I was going to get some stuff to make some breakfast this weekend, and we like to make these like biscuits with like sausage and cheese in the middle of them or whatever, these little breakfast sandwiches or whatever, and all the normal biscuits were gone. Like all the biscuits were gone. Like the pop the can biscuits were all gone. All the cinnamon roll cans were there, but
our cinnamon rolls were gone.
We do the same thing. We use crescent rolls to make that exact same thing. We call them meat roll-ups.
Nice.
And you can kind of mix the cheese with different kinds of cheeses, Fiesta blend or whatever. It's good stuff.
Yeah. And so, and I knew we were going to be out Monday. Now I'm a believer that we're going to be out Tuesday too. So we'll see.
I suspect so.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, we got a lot. Our roads are covered.
Yeah, our roads are
y'all
pretty
have
bad too.
A lot of rain though, didn't you?
Yeah, it's mostly like the sleet, freezing rain type thing. We did get some snow, but I would venture to say over half of it's probably freezing rain and sleet. We haven't lost power at all. Like we haven't even had threatened. Like we weren't even threatened with like losing power. So we were very fortunate to keep the house, pretty comfortable. So
yeah.
So, but yeah, having Noah, I mean, we got to hang out. Of course, we hang out with the lad on the weekends and stuff. And so tomorrow we'll have him at the house because, we'll both be here. But yeah, so it's been fun. We haven't taken him outside yet. We might do that tomorrow. We might give him a little foray. We showed him out the glass door and he was like, but he's like that with a lot of things. So I don't know if that really registered to or not. And then just like I mentioned before, off camera before we started, we had our first accident, big milestone, I guess, unfortunate milestone, I should say. He accidentally touched the light shade of a candle warmer we have on our table before we were feeding him, and burned his fingers just a little bit. They got a little red, but we got him fixed up and doctored up, and he's good to go. We like mashed potatoes again, which is
good.
Weird. He's on a weird teeter-totter with that. And then capped it off with a few ounces, of formula, and then he's doing good. Gave him a bath. Thank you, Jay. Gave him a bath. And he's chilling with mama now. So, yeah, Anything cool with Ronan? Did y'all take him out?
Yeah, I mean, nothing funnier than watching a 1-year-old walk around on snow and fall continuously for 10 minutes. So that was great.
Does he
No,
look
he's
like the
doing
little?
this.
Yeah, do it.
He's doing this new thing when he gets home from daycare. So Friday was miserable, but like he's like screaming his head off for an hour. And I don't know if he's just exhausted or what, but like it's like right at 4:45, 5 o'clock, he just starts screaming and we can't get like there's nothing to do to calm him down. So it's like, great, this is
That's
fun.
always like the most fun is like when they're just screaming and you're doing everything you can to help pacify them, to help them, make them feel better, and all that stuff, and just nothing. They don't care. It's almost like they're just doing it, and like I don't know. It's like I wish you could talk right now so I knew what was going on to help you out.
That's exactly. Yeah. I just want to know what. Just tell me what's wrong with you.
Exactly.
Use your words.
And boys, it doesn't get any better
Perfect.
when they get older either. They still speak in, another tongue sometimes. So
what is
we
wrong
got a
with
lot
you?
to look forward to.
Perfect. Love
Just
that.
tell me what's wrong with you.
Well, Jay, did you take your kids out in the snow?
Yes, I did. I took Gracie out and shoved her head down in the snow.
Yeah.
No, actually, she went out and she's the only one that's really went out and enjoyed it and set the bowl out there for, snow cream. That's a big tradition that we do. And I know we'll probably talk about that more later, but
Yeah.
that's kind of what we've been doing. We haven't really done a lot out in it. I haven't been well. I was telling Jarrett that earlier, but I'm off screen too. I've been sick with a fever the last couple of days. So
Man, sorry.
I'm just now starting to feel a little bit better. So I haven't really got to enjoy much other than peeking out the window and go, oh, there's nothing on the ground. There's still nothing on the ground. Wait, there's stuff on the ground now.
Well, tomorrow's a brand new
time-
day, so hopefully you
Yep,
get to
just
enjoy
as time marches on between sleeping medicine. So
Oof. Well, fun. So glad we're all enjoying parenting life here lately. So let's get into the news. Before we get into our big topic of the day, we're going to touch up on some important gaming news that's happened over the past few days. Excuse me if I sound a little run down or if I cough or sniffle a little bit. Apparently I caught a cold yesterday or something, so that's been annoying to deal with. So my apologies in advance to the viewers and the listeners at home and to you boys. The first thing, I think the big thing, the major thing we're gonna talk about in gaming news is Fable. We had a Fable showcase. So, did y'all watch that? I know Jarrett watched it, but Jay, did you happen to see any of that?
I did, and I've not been, I was never a Fable player. I think I kind of dove in a little bit one time. I borrowed it and played a little bit, but I don't remember why it never just kind of blossomed at all. Maybe it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did get to see it and I did love it. I compared it to, I think was there a trailer a year ago?
Yeah.
That came out and it's changed a lot.
Yeah, it does appear
in that 1 year. Just coming from someone that hasn't played the originals, the first thing that struck me was I really like the aesthetic. It's not like the fantasy games that you play today, like Witcher or the Elden Ring. Those seem kind of dark. This looks like a high budget Pixar movie.
That's actually a really eloquent way to put that. Yeah.
Yeah. It felt kind of inviting for me personally. It is definitely something that I want to play. I love the vibe. The hero is not static, right? I mean, you can make your own hero. Is that correct? You can.
I believe so.
It's not like. You see, I didn't get that a year ago. It seemed like you were going to play as that female character, and that was it.
Yeah.
But now it looks like it's kind of opened up to where you can create your own hero.
Well, Fable 1, you were locked into a male character. I don't remember. I think Fable 3, you could choose what you wanted, male or female, but it's basically, you're not really, character customization was never a big thing for Fable. The big thing for Fable was your morality. So what was really cool is like, in the old Fable games, your morality actually changed the way your character looked. So if you did all good decisions, you would have a halo on top of your head. If you did all bad decisions, you would grow horns and you'd look more demonic. So, but anyway, I mean, if we want to get into that, we can talk about, some more discussions. But anyway, that was more of what would be character customization rather than actually choosing or detailing your character back in the day.
Right. Yeah. So this is our thoughts and reactions on it. Fable, like I've mentioned before, was a series that completely flew past me. I never played any of it. I knew friends that played it and just absolutely loved it and loved all those things that you could do. And it seems like a game that I would enjoy. I just never picked it up. Watching the gameplay overview and the interview from the studio, I'm completely sold on this. This looks amazing. Like, it looks beautiful. Like, you can tell.
Yeah, it does.
That a lot of love and care has gone into the creation of this world. And I'm assuming this is the same world that the other ones were set in as well, Jarrett?
Yeah, Albion.
Yeah, Albion. And just as they go into the details from the deep character customization, which seems to be the standard now in most RPG games, the combat seems really, really nice. Like, it seems very comfortable. The different things you can do, mostly swordplay or like range stuff, magic stuff, that kind of thing. I love the humor. The humor didn't come off heavy-handed to me. Like, it seems like it's just the right amount. And one of the developers had said like British type humor, which I think would be a lot up my alley. And I did read a headline from IGN a couple of days ago that they're going to incorporate a mockumentary style type of thing from time to time, like they do in The Office, like the deadpan, like fourth wall break type reactions. That's or whatever. So I'm excited about that. The characters look good. There's 1,000 or over 1,000 NPCs that were all individually created and fully voiced. That's crazy. And, just the other things that stuck out to me, like the story seems like it'll be fun, but I love that your decisions, at least from what they have revealed to us, that your decisions will actually impact not just those people that are around you, but it'll change the game and the world as you progress through that playthrough. And I'm a big fan of those types of things. I like seeing the consequence of actions and things like that. So whether as far as the extent of that is yet to be seen, but that's just my initial thoughts. So from an outsider looking in, I think this would be an excellent game to pick up. So I'm sold on it. Any other thoughts?
So this is the Forza Horizon team, right? They're the ones that are making this, as compared to, what was it, Lion something or whatever the name of the company, Lionsgate. Yeah, so I'm curious to see what of course, I know that might be what we're coming up on. I hope to what we get out of it, but the combat, you were mentioning the combat, Chris. These guys have never made a game with combat before, right?
Yeah, but they hired the people. So Lionsgate folded, and they hired the people from Lionsgate. So it's people that are familiar with the franchise. So it's not like they just took a Forza team and put them on this project.
That's smart.
There you go.
I get it.
So what do we hope to get out of this?
I just want Fable 4. I mean,
so what do you hope carries over from the original trilogy?
Well, I actually kind of liked having the Halo and the demonic stuff. I kind of liked my physical appearance change with my decisions, but they've already said that that's not how it will work. So,
yeah.
It's interesting, though. I mean, this is Fable fashion. You could buy a property, you could rent to people, you could go in and steal their stuff. You could, there's a way to make money in Fable where you go buy a property, you break down the door, and then you sell that property. And you go steal everything out of it because you're not technically breaking in because there's no door.
So you're the IRS.
Yeah. And so it's really funny. Like, I want to see that. I want to see I can buy property, I can sell property, I can live my life. I don't have an interest in marrying 14,000 people and having 1,000 kids. I was never that kind of guy. But like, if the gameplay is kind of similar where, so the way it would work is if you used a sword, if you use strength-based skills, then you got strength-based experience. If you used range-based skills, then you got range-based experience. And if you used magic-based skills, you got magic experience. And sometimes you would find these orbs out in the wild that would just give you one of those three. But that's the main three breakdown of experience. Those are the only three categories you can put points into.
So much like how Elder Scrolls operates.
Well, Elder Scrolls is 9 topics. You can't really, I mean, yes, they all break down into these like triangle of like, thief skills or mage skills or, sword and shield.
But as you use a skill, it starts to put experience into that skill.
No, this doesn't level up that way. You literally have to go buy the skill. So you get the experience orbs, you get strength orbs, and then you get 20,000 strength orbs, and you go to the Heroes Guild and you go, I want to level up these strength skills. And then after that, you can level it up from there. It's not like you're running around and your acrobats just automatically go up.
Well, there you go.
So, but anyway, as long as it's all that, I mean, I love seeing the little hobgoblins out there. The little creatures are hilarious. The British slapstick comedy has always been from the original game. That's great. Don't change that.
In 60 seconds or less, explain the chicken joke, because apparently kicking chickens is a fun pastime.
Okay, so in the original game, there was a title that you could get. So you can go kick a chicken, okay? And if you kick the chicken, then you automatically obtained the Chicken Chaser title. If you got that title, it was normally one of your first titles, because who doesn't want to go up and kick a chicken when they're just walking in front of you? And so you get this title, and when you're walking around town, it's just literally people just being like, "Chicken Chaser, there he is. There's the Chicken Chaser right there." And so, like, eventually
really good,
thank you, you change your titles, and people will be like, "There he is, the hero of Albion." But like, so, I mean, they reacted to your title that you had. But if you had Chicken Chaser, they would just be sitting there being like, "Chicken Chaser, going to chase some chickens." So, I mean, that was just like, it was a running joke, a running theme. And then in the sequel, I think it was in number 2, there was actually a mini game where you had to kick the chicken and it had to land. It's kind of like the shuffleboard game. And like you kick the chicken and it kind of had to land in a certain little square, and you got so many points, and you had to do that to get a certain prize that you needed.
What is going on?
Anyway, Chicken Chaser is like yes, it's kind of an old joke.
I love that.
Well, and it's apparently in the new one because it's in the trailer.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's amazing. I really hope to get a really fun RPG adventure game, and this seems to check all the boxes. I hope that the comedy isn't so like heavy-handed that it kind of takes me out of the experience. Like I feel like there's a tight line to walk there, but if it's the same people who've worked on the original trilogy, clearly they've done well with it, so I can't imagine that they could fumble it this time around, especially with as much time that they put into it. And hopefully, with all these NPCs and the way that the world reacts to you, that we get a really big lived-in world, and that doesn't feel lifeless, but that just feels like that I can be fully immersed in, unlike, bits and pieces of Metroid 4 Beyond and things like that, the problems that they've encountered with that. So really, I think make combat feel fun, make the story engaging, make the world feel lived in, and I'm happy. What about you, Jay?
I agree with all the things you've said, because you said you've not played Fable either, so this is going to be kind of a new adventure for me as well, and I do plan to play it. It's on the list.
Yeah.
I think the thing that interests me is the whole becoming a jerk landlord. I think I want to do that. I think I want to, like as you're saying, kick down the door, save up for better armor. Does the town actually treat me differently because I'm, a rich twit or whatever they refer to you as?
Yeah, they said twit. That's what they said.
Yeah, that's what they said. So I want to see the world react to nonsense. Kind of like that. That's the only reason why I played GTA. Was to just, play the story missions, but I want to go crazy. I want to go a little nuts and then maybe save my game and just go do something just off, unhinged. I do hope that the game doesn't require 100 hours of commitment just to feel fun. Yeah. I know sometimes you need to invest a lot for it to really, to feel like you're doing something, you're getting something out of it. But I want like a snackable adventure. I want to be able to have some 45-minute increments of, oh yeah, I can go buy a house, I can decorate it now and feel like I've accomplished something in Albion. I think you can get married, and get fat, right, by eating pies or something like that. I mean, yeah, who doesn't want a game like that?
That's my life.
You could.
Yeah. So I want to see if I can be like Hero Dad, maybe
nice.
See how that affects my character's journey. Tell my kids, no dessert for you. I don't know. It sounds like there could be some Monty Python going on here.
And I'm on board for that. Yeah. So I don't think any of us need any convincing about being able to play this game, which is also going to be Game Pass day one. So I'm super excited about that. So Jarrett, you're the most knowledgeable of this series. How would you sell this to somebody that's kind of on the fence and never played a Fable game before? You have a 60-second pitch. What are you telling them?
I'd probably tell them something like, do you like The Office? Do you like Big Bang Theory? Do you like, slapstick comedy, short little quips here and there? And then I would say, do you like action adventure games? It's not a role-playing game. It's an action adventure game. You're going to be hitting stuff, shooting stuff, running around. It's not real-time strategy. So I think if you like those things, then they're all combined into one thing. So now I don't know how the open world aspect will work on it. So We'll see.
We shall see. And that's Fable. That is Fable. All right, let's move on to some Nintendo news. First thing on the docket is we have Zelda's 40th anniversary. Is it really 40 years of Zelda?
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So, what do we want to see from this Zelda 40th anniversary?
I want to see a heritage collection. You know, maybe something, and maybe port this thing to the freaking Xbox. How cool would that be? I know it's not going to happen, but
That
I
would be
mean, how
awesome, though.
nice.
Okay.
But yeah, let's do it. Make
Who
Nintendo,
doesn't
do
like
you want to make
money?
some more money?
Exactly.
Port the thing to the Xbox. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I honestly, since Hayden has got the Switch 2 now, I mean, I could see him letting me use his Switch and maybe, have some kind of a collection where you pay for this and you get all of the games that are just right there together, maybe even remastered some, I don't know.
That would be incredible.
I never played a whole lot of Zelda games. I played a few.
Yeah.
I've never been one that's got to play them all type of person.
Right.
So for me, it would just be nice. Maybe if they were all in one place together, I might just roll through them.
See,
I mean, just think about like
money?
I don't know if you remember the NES remix collections or anything like that, or even like Super Mario All Stars, where it had those 3 or 4 games on there, and like even just the 3D All Stars. I mean, why not do some type of collections like that and sell that? I mean, that would easily sell. That's ridiculous. And yes, I'm aware that you can play a lot of these titles on the Nintendo Switch Online library, but for those that don't have that, or those that don't care to do that but want to have and own the physical copy, which would be me, because I'm a physical. I like the digital stuff, but I like having the physical thing in my collection. That would be awesome. And I haven't played through all of the Zelda catalog, but I've played a few, and of course what I've played has just been incredible. So I don't know. I would love to see a remaster or even a remake, but ports, honestly, I mean, you can scrolls 80 times, and you're finally letting go of Halo, and so Nintendo, I mean, if you like money, release Zelda on everything. And good Lord.
I want them to do the Galaxy treatment to Zelda. I want them to bring, if nothing else, I would like all the Zelda games to be on one console for once. Because as it stands right now, you can't even play Twilight Princess unless you have a Wii U or a Wii.
Yeah.
You can't play, let's see, they just put, Skyward Sword on there?
I think so, yeah.
You can do Wind Waker only if you have a Switch 2, because that's how you get the GameCube games. You can't do GameCube games on Switch 1. So it's like I understand there's a certain paywall of wanting people to get to certain consoles. That's fine. I don't mind that. But there's no reason why you can't play Twilight Princess on the Switch. So to me, I think if nothing else, them just modernizing all the stuff they currently have and putting it on the Switch would be fantastic. Said, I would also like to see, I know they just did the Princess Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom top down, but I would like to see that same style done to A Link to the Past. It's Link's Awakening style. It's this cartoony kind of style, but take all your top down games and put them in that style, or give us another top down 3D, I don't want this full. I don't need another Breath of Wild. I know people are going to shoot me for saying that. I don't want another Breath of Wild. What I want is A Link to the Past. I want something to that effect. And I want that kind of dungeon aspect, but I want a new game. So, I mean, create a new world, put Breath of the Wild world for all I care, but give me that style. Give me the Phantom Hourglass style. Give me Spirit Track style, something like that. But also just having those games accessible to Switch 2 would be phenomenal.
Yeah. This is a really good opportunity to draw in some new player fan base to kind of expand that audience.
Mm-hmm.
But Nintendo has this nagging thing of the big paywall stuff. You got to have the Switch 2 if you want the GameCube online collection or whatever. Or they never put their games for sale anything lower than $60 ever. You go into used game stores and they're selling them $5 cheaper, which is only like $54 off the the new ticket price. So I mean, they make it more difficult to expand their audience and to get these games out there than what it needs to be. I mean, PlayStation has perfected the formula after put greatest hits, market $20, have 1 billion sales on your part. I mean, or on your Nintendo Switch store, and then you're going to get this material out there. So yeah, give me some of those things like Tedder was talking about. What about you, Jay?
Are we still talking about the Zelda stuff?
Yes, Zelda. Yeah.
I thought we'd already hit that with me. I was just wanting to see the Heritage Collection. I mean, I would like to. I want to see something that's just got everything in there and port it to the Xbox. Because I mean, I don't know. It's going to be getting to borrow this stuff from my son is going to be the only opportunity that I'm going to have in order to play these games.
He must have had a catastrophic situation.
Ruh-roh.
Big throw up. Well, let's talk about Mario. So last year was Mario's 40th anniversary, and they had some big stuff coming out along with Mario Galaxy. I mean, they did do the they reported Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for Switch. Switch 2, I think, but and then with the new movie coming out, I mean, it looks incredible, and I mean, what a way to end their celebration of Mario than to put this movie out. That the first one was a huge success, so there's no doubt the second one's going to be a huge success, and it doesn't look like they're pulling any punches, and they're just trying to make it really successful.
No, I think Mario 40th was definitely a victory lap for Nintendo. Was it Mario Wonder and all the remasters that you were talking about?
Can I butt in for a second? My kid just threw up, so y'all keep the conversation going. Don't wait.
Yeah, it's all good. No, I tell you, when it comes to Nintendo, I'm just reminded of all the couch co-op experiences that I had even as a kid growing up. I mean, even today, I feel like that's kind of missing in a lot of games today. You could play the same game with your 6-year-old that you could play with your 70-year-old dad. I mean, it wasn't very specific, and it didn't feature a lot of gore. Mm-hmm. It was just fun times, and I think that's what Nintendo, if they've taught us anything over the last 40 years, is that they know how to make fun games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what they're incorporating into their movies. Those movies are fun. They're fun to watch, and they keep you interested. And the latest trailer, which I know that we'll talk about here shortly, is I smiled all the way through it. Matter of fact, I just watched it before we went live, and I'm still smiling from it. So I'm excited to see it.
And there's so many references in the movies. It's fun, and it especially to catch stuff that maybe other people don't see. Like you've got all the big bullets, and you've got the big flame things from the original Super Mario Brothers. Like, I mean,
the fire,
so there's things that it's just like, if you played the game throughout, then you recognize these things. And of course they've got a, great cast. I mean, who doesn't love Chris Pratt and, Brie Larson, right. and Jack Black. So anyway, I mean, it's going to be a great movie. And of course they've had a great year. So it's nice that it's back to back with Zelda though. So it's like boom, 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 right into, something else that's honestly could use a little bit of TLC, but
what's so cool, all the Easter eggs that are in this, just from the trailer, you can imagine what the actual movie's going to be like. But was it the Comet Observatory? I think I saw that. Rosalina, it'll be nice to see her on the big screen. The Lumas. I never would have thought they would incorporate them into the movie, but I thought that was really, really good. And I almost don't want to spoil it because it just came out, but there's some things in there.
It's been playing in the backs.
Yeah,
this whole time. So, if you're watching, then you've been watching.
Yeah, then you saw it unintentionally.
Well, or you could kind of see it through my lovely projector that is absolutely seeable. I mean, I'm excited. So, but anyway, yeah. So Zelda, excited about that. Mario, excited about that. They're doing big Lego things with both of them too. So I just saw that they put out their first fillers for the Zelda Lego anniversary kit. And then they also have the Mario anniversary one where they're doing Mario Kart Lego. So anyway, those look really cool. Probably way more money than I can afford, but not to mention I don't have anywhere to put it. This game room is so full of junk. But it's my
just
junk.
About anything Nintendo related is expensive now. I mean, that's just the way it's getting.
Yeah.
If it's got the stamp,
period,
it's gonna be expensive.
Anyway, I guess while he's still, having at it.
Yeah, he's going to town. He's doing the dad thing. That's what we're known for.
Mm-hmm.
When we don't game, we're cleaning behinds.
Speaking of, my gosh, our child has, I don't know what he did. And then Ellen gave him salsa for the first time today. And Ellen was like, she was like, man, this is kind of spicy. It's not what I would really consider mild. And Ronan wanted some, and I was just like, ugh, are we really going to let him have some? And he ate it, and he wanted more. And then I had the diaper duty after it, and
he's going to be a spicy dude.
Yeah, good for him,
Yeah.
But his dirty diaper did not agree with that, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's to be expected.
Yeah. I totally saw Chris holding up that onesie, and I was like, how is he holding Noah up?
We're just all going to take a moment here and watch how Chris really handles the situation. For those of you listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we apologize that you can't see how this is done.
Just go to YouTube, gamingdaddies.com.
There you go.
And scroll over to about 33 minutes, and you'll get to see fatherhood in action. I should probably unmute him.
Hey, it's Gaming Mom.
Hey, sorry about that. I had to holler at Chris. Noah just first time projectile vomited all over me. It was great.
Well, you got it out of the way because there won't be any more.
Tonight, at least. Anyways, sorry to interrupt. Chris will be back in a minute.
Shoot, we can talk about Snowmageddon.
Well, let's go ahead and get going.
Chris.
We'd already kind of talked about this parts of our state. I don't know about your house, but man, there was like stuff that came off the roof that's literally as tall as Ronan is. I mean, it's like 2 foot tall.
Yes.
But I mean, probably I would say 8 to 10 inches was about what we got. There's some spots that are lower, probably closer to 6 inches. But yeah, we saw some of those mounds out there, and I'm like, my gosh.
Yeah. So, we're iced in here for sure. Like the snow drifts is what I've noticed more than anything. It's not just snow, but they're all frozen over, all of it. I mean, it's like a rock, just trying to. Everything is very hilly.
Yep.
And I don't even think we're walking on it above freezing temps until maybe Tuesday. I know Wednesday for sure, but
well, the sun comes out on Tuesday a little bit. It came out today too. I was like, oh my God, the sun's already out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't get above freezing until Wednesday.
So it's going to be a bit. It's going to hang out for a while, and I think there's something else coming down the pipe next weekend. I've been hearing about. I don't know if they're talking about this coming weekend or the weekend after, but
well, it's both. So this coming weekend, there's like a 10% chance, but middle of the week, next week, is a 45% chance of getting something. But the problem is the high is 46 degrees next week. So, I mean, unless there's a big temperature drop, I mean,
it'll just be fun to look at. Maybe won't affect anything else.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, as far as gaming updates, I'm kind of like you. You've been sick, so I'm assuming you haven't played anything. But man, I really haven't played anything either.
The last thing I was playing was Assassin's Creed, and I haven't played that in about a week. So I can't contribute too much, guys, for the gaming this past week.
I just downloaded Mirage. It came out for PlayStation Plus, so.
Yeah. Man, that was a great game.
And of course, I haven't touched Diablo in 2 or 3 months. Now, I did do my Diablo. No. I touched Diablo. I haven't touched Borderlands in 2 or 3 months. I got my character on Diablo. I started another character, got it to level 60, and then capped out all my resources on it. So I just walk around doing like 100 and something million damage. Like, it's nothing. I walk around in the hardest difficulty now and just blow things up. I don't even push a button. So.
Good grief. OP,
so hey,
are you?
If you want to speed level your character, I know a guy. Yeah, but I've got a couple other games that I'm wanting to play, like Star Wars Outlaws. Got that for Christmas. I'd like to play that, but
yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
I know that game received just, I guess, horrific reviews, and I'm not really sure why. I've not played it. I try to stay away from the Star Wars ones because I'm kind of passionate about my Star Wars games, and how did they get it that wrong? And I'm wondering if it's really that bad. So you did get to play it? You have played some of it? No,
but I've heard they fixed a lot of it. From what I understand, when it came out, it was supposed to be this sneaky game. It was supposed to be Assassin's Creed with, where you sneak up on them and you do whatever. And like, it just, the AI or whatever they had working on it, they would detect you from like, you'd be in the tall grass, you'd be sneaking, and then they see you, and people were just getting frustrated. Like, I can't do the mechanic of the game because it's not working. They're just able to see me, and there's no way they're able to see me. So like, it was people just getting frustrated with that. And then obviously it's a big old open world game, and so it didn't process as fast as people wanted it to be. And so I think it was meant to be a PC game that just was not as successful on consoles. Again, when they make these things that are widespread for PC players that work on a 5090 and gaming consoles that work like a 3060, how do you make it work on both? I mean, so yeah, you got to give up something. And I think it just and the same thing happened with Cyberpunk. They made this big old huge game with this engine for PCs and didn't clean up the consoles. So like, anyway.
No, I understand that. I mean, with Cyberpunk, that was the same thing for me. When it was released, I did not buy it.
Yeah.
And it was about a year later, maybe a year and a half later, it was either on sale or something. And I was like, well, why not? And it was fantastic. I mean, the game has improved drastically, and I don't even know what it was before. I don't want to know how bad it was, but I hear about it from people that bought it when it on its release, I guess. And it's kind of like, was it No Man's Sky? I want to say it was like that when it first came out, and ended up being a great game. So I'm wondering if the Star Wars game, if it's like that. I guess we'll see, because it's been out. Has it been about a year since it's released?
Yeah, something like that. But I mean, it's the same treatment. It's on super sale. So, but anyway, I'm kind of like you. I bought Cyberpunk for like $5 at GameStop, and then like 2 months later, they came out with this big upgrade. So I got the PS5 upgrade for free. Plus, I got this huge update that fixed everything. So I never played a bad version of the game. It was just fantastic the first time I played it. So
yeah, same.
Anyway, so let's go ahead and move on. What was a snow day like when you were a kid?
Well, I probably spent most all of it outside. Now, as cold as it's been here, I don't remember it being this cold when I was, a young pup. But I do remember when as soon as it finished snowing, even while it was snowing, we would go out and explore. We'd walk around the block, through the neighborhood with just checking out, exploring,
Yeah.
We used to build snow huts to climb in, like little mini igloos type of thing. And then we would come in and then warm up by the fire if it was at my grandparents' house, or by the stove. We had a gas stove that we would open up and warm up and then go back out and do it again.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much our snow days.
Yeah, ours were
sometimes spent watching TV, just like what we do now.
We did a little bit of that. Like, we would go out and explore, whatever, probably an hour or 2 hours. And then we'd come in and just be frozen solid. So we'd go thaw, take all of our stuff off, put it by the fire, and then we'd go, watch TV, play video games for a few hours, and then, put all of our wet stuff back on, and hopefully it dried enough to where you didn't get hypothermia the second time you go out. But I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like you. I can't, and I don't know if it's just my age or what, but I can't be outside very long.
No.
15 minutes, and I'm like, I can't do this.
And, if I had not been sick, I think I probably could have handled it for maybe 5 minutes. I mean, it's been exceptionally cold during this precipitation that we've had this time. Usually it's, in the 20s, which is still cold, but it's a little, 20s to 30s is bearable. You can go out and enjoy it for a little bit and then come back in. But when it's 12, that's a whole nother level of cold. I can't quite take that. So I haven't been outside but maybe once since Friday afternoon. And that was to take trash out. And I had all I could take. That was enough for me to go, it's cold. All right. Going back in now.
Yep. Well, and then I tried to open it. I tried to take out the trash, and my garage door is frozen shut. And so I'm like, what the heck? And so I got it up today, but man, it was like,
was ice?
I've got a picture.
Was it gluing? Was it sticking it together?
Yeah. It stuck it down to it's like it compacted the garage down. So when the garage went up, it felt that pressure against it, and it goes, nope, I'm not going. And so it do the beep, 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 beep. And so, I had to pop it open and then lift the whole thing up myself, and it was stuck. So,
and usually, a day like today, I would be out shoveling, at least trying to break some of it up. But I don't know. I don't know if you can, because right when this stuff was starting to come down, and I realized just how hard and heavy this stuff was, I took a hammer because I was told, if you have a dryer vent, you should probably put something over it. So if you're going to run washing clothes and run your dryer, that you need to make sure that it doesn't freeze clothes or it'll all come back in. So I went out there. I had to take a hammer to some of that snowdrift just to break it up, to put like a trash can or something over it until we decided to use it again.
Yeah, well, and I had to go, the heat pump outside the air conditioner because our air conditioner heater's not keeping up. So this morning I went out and shoveled all the snow away from it. And of course it's working now. It's working great. But I mean, that's one thing we learned when we were in Hot Springs is like, you can't have 2 foot of snow around your heat pump. Your house won't heat. And so I had to go shovel off all the snow from that. And that was the same thing. I mean, it took me a good while to chunk it off of there. So anyway, so snow day traditions.
Yeah. Well, for me, and this has been passed on to my daughter, Gracie, and she loves it. If you've got some fresh, clean snow, mix it with the milk, sugar, and vanilla and make some snow cream. It's a science experiment you can eat. So, I mean, that's just one of those things that we do every time we get enough snow. We're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've been playing, some games too. Well, they have been playing a lot. I got to participate a little bit last night for a little bit I was awake. It's called Jackbox.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're familiar with that, but because we have some family down. My sister-in-law and her daughter are here. They came down before the weather got bad so that we'd have some company. And we've been enjoying playing a little bit of that. It's been fun. I'd never experienced that. We used that. I guess it was the Switch. Hayden's Switch. We hooked it up to the TV and played that for a little bit.
Yeah, they have Jackbox on almost every console, and then they also have it on Apple TV. So, yeah, no, we love Jackbox. Jackbox is a lot of fun. Did you know that Netflix gaming is a thing?
Yeah. I think like Red Dead Redemption is on there. I think I heard.
Yeah, but I'm even talking about like Jackbox, like Mario Party style games. Like you can go to Netflix and you can pull up like Lego Party or something like that. And it's literally like Mario Party, and you use your phone, and your phone is the controller. And so that was really cool.
So I wonder, like, the lag on that. Is it pretty instantaneous?
I will say, I did not love it. The reaction time, it was good. It was fine. For kids, it would be great. For me, as a gamer, I was like, this is not reacting quick enough for me. But like,
that would be me too, probably.
Yeah, but if you're not a gamer and you don't feel those things, then you wouldn't even recognize it. So no, it was actually really fun. We played that during Christmas with my family. Yeah, we did the same thing. We did snow cream when we went up. Was that is that your signal to go?
Yes. No, we're good.
But it's kind of like when you don't wake up on time and your mom's in the kitchen and she's just beating every pot to heck. Yep. And it's like, oh, it's time to get up, I guess.
Yes, the rustlers. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, we always made snow cream, but there was a superstition. You never made snow cream with the first snow of the season. But I mean, I don't know why that was, but that was always my grandma's, like, she would not do it the first snow. I think she was like, there was some kind of toxin in the air or something. I don't know. But we could never do it the first snow. We always had to wait until the second snow. But it's Arkansas, so most of the time you only get one snow. So
yeah, that might be.
Maybe that was just her excuse to not have to make it.
That could have been. As an adult now, I totally understand that logic.
Oh, we can't do it. It's the first snow. No,
yeah,
just can't. We had the same problem when she was, we grew up and we loved her pumpkin pie. I'd always make pumpkin pie with her. Then when we got older, Ellen asked her, she was like, so what's your pumpkin pie recipe? Jarrett just raves about it. And she was like, baby, it's the one that's on the back of the can. Okay.
That's great.
Well, there we go.
It's that simple.
Yep. So anything, what about your kids are already older? So was there anything that you looked forward to maybe when they were younger? Like, I mean, for me, there's not really much that I'm looking forward to on snow days except for just being able to spend time with them.
Yeah, I think, I mean, now the kids just kind of barricade themselves indoors. They don't really want to have a part of much outside of, besides just going out, maybe taking a couple of pictures or build a quick snowman and then back in we go. But when we lived in Hot Springs, we lived, in the first subdivision that we lived in, our driveway was like a 45-degree hill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was the coolest house that I ever lived in. If I could have that house again, it would be awesome. But we would slide down it on, just whatever we could grab, whether it was a cardboard box or whatever. But then we got this brilliant idea to get inflatables, like inflatable rings.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled a lot of those out of the attic that we used in the summer, and we slid down those. And I've got pictures to prove it. I wish I had them with me right now. I could show you. But we would everybody in our subdivision would come to the Chipman house and slide down this, like I said, 45-degree hill down into the road. That's always fun, And then you've got some people down there kind of guiding traffic to make sure nobody runs over anybody sliding down. But it was good times, and occasionally those would wear out. I mean, we busted every one of those just from the ice being sharp in different areas or something. But that was one of the best memories as an adult, even. But for my kids,
right,
I'm sure that they still remember that to this day.
Sorry, Chris, I muted you.
Okay. Sorry about all that.
It's
No,
okay.
that's good.
Yeah, so we already got filled in on what happened.
We were just about to thank everybody for joining Gaming Daddies.
We were wrapping it up.
I had a wardrobe change. I felt like Liza Minnelli for a second. Everything's good, I think. Man, that boy. Well, that's a parenting first right there, as it happens live. The projectileness of that. I think he overate. I think we just gave him way too much. Too small of amount of time. So I think he's good now. He was smiley and stuff. So where are we at? Are we on to our Snowmageddon?
Yeah, so we talked about kind of how we're doing in our state and the snow days when we were kids. If you kind of want to give us your rundown.
Just a real TLDR. I mean, most of our stuff, our precipitation down here was like sleet and ice type stuff. And got some snow, but mostly sleet and ice, I'm sure. And we didn't lose any power or anything, thank goodness. So thank goodness for that. Of course, being I-30 and being Texarkana, we can't go a winter event without major crashes and stuff happening on the interstate. So that was awesome. We haven't left the house because we're smart individuals and, things like that. So no offense to you all if you've been traveling or whatever, but we hunkered down. Just enjoying the scenery. And my favorite part about the snow is like, and this goes into like what snow was like growing up. My favorite part's always standing out in it, and it's like eerily quiet. Like it's the quietest it's ever been, but it's also like so peaceful and so beautiful to look around, just to kind of take it all in. So that's probably my favorite part of any kind of snow event. I grew up in California in the valley in a city called Fresno, and I lived on a dairy farm, and we don't get much snow out there, at least in the first 10 years of my life. It snowed one time, and that was my first snow, and it was really wild to see that, and it was really kind of cool. It didn't last very long. It was like like a small little sheet of snow, but it was still really cool to kind of get out there and see all that for the first time. And then we lived through the 2000 snowstorm and all that, and or the ice storm, I should say. So that was a weird time, eventful time. And then all the snow going up. I mean, I didn't really have a whole lot of traditional stuff that we did. We built snowmen before and like did the snow angel thing. I don't know if I've ever been sledding. I heard Jay, I came back in when Jay was talking about sledding at the Chipman house, and that's just how y'all rolled. But I don't remember sledding anyway. I remember picking up the big sheets of ice, then the satisfying like dropping of the ice and watching it shatter. Oh man, still my favorite. Still love doing that. But not a whole lot. Never tried the snow cream thing. Is that highly recommended? Yeah.
Okay, only if you know somebody that knows how to make it though. You can't. You got to try somebody that knows what they're doing first, and then recreate it. You can't just make snow cream because you don't know what the right. There's no.
Well, that's how you learn, though.
Yeah, but
make a few mistakes.
You got to figure out what's right before you go out there and put a whole bunch of milk in snow. I mean, so
something to try, I guess. But yeah, I mean, not really too big traditional like going out in the snow and doing stuff type thing. Like to watch it fall, like to watch the snow fall if possible. I like to follow storms and stuff. I'm not a fan of storms per se, but I like to watch the weather and their coverage of that kind of thing. So that's kind of fun to see. But yeah, so that's pretty much the TLDR on all that stuff. Cool. What do we have next on this docket?
So snowpocalypse in our gaming time.
Ooh, has this affected y'all's gaming time at all? I know it has me.
So that's what I was talking to Jay about. Like for me, I mean, with Ronin and everything else, I really haven't gotten to play much. Maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours this entire weekend, and I've just been level up my character. I got my mythics. I've got all my max gear, so I've just been demolishing things on Diablo, but that's really all I've had time for.
So with the snow and stuff, there's I'm limited to what I can do in the house, and the house is already pretty well taken care of and cleaned and whatever. So outside of just taking care of Nicole and obviously taking care of Noah, we've been able to have, little gaming parties and things, like when he's running around in his little truck, and when he's napping, or when he's just when he's sleeping in one of our laps or whatever. We kind of built in some pockets of gaming time. So it's been nice. It's been a nice change of pace just to kind of veg out in front of the screen. And Jay, I know you've been dealing with some sickness, so I imagine you haven't really had a whole lot of time to game. So
no, unfortunately.
Yeah. So when we think about snow days and stuff, we obviously think about all the warm and cozy things that we like to do. A lot of people like to curl up with a good book. Some wild people on YouTube like to go and camp in this nonsense and like to, like Soul Survive or whatever. And us, we tend to like to game and things. So are there any comfort games that make you just feel all warm and cozy on the inside on days like this?
Well, I'm going to go. I spoke on this a little bit earlier with Jarrett, but I just learned about Jackbox. And so we played that quite a little bit. They played it a lot. I played it a short amount of time, and then back to bed I went. But then also Uno. I mean, I know it's not it is it can be a video game, but there's nothing like sitting around the table and playing Uno. All the different variations of it. Yeah. So that's us.
We are board game and card game collectors. Nicole loves collecting all the different variants of Monopoly out there. And Uno, I think we have all the permutations of Uno and like Phase 10 and things like that. So outside of gaming, because obviously gaming is a good warm and cozy game to, or activity to do. Card games, growing up during the ice storm of 2000, 2001, we played a lot of Pictionary and a lot of Scrabble. And when my mom had broken her femur and was in the hospital and she was recovering, we would play a game called Sequence. It's like some type of board/card game, like poker card game or whatever. And that was a lot of fun to do too. And then Uno is a lot of fun as well. So it's just a great time. Snow days are a wonderful opportunity to sit around and game with family, or if you're snowed in with friends, just game with them or play games with them and things like that. What about you, Jarrett?
Well, I'm not a big card game person or board game person. I never was. Ellen's family's big into card games, and Ellen likes board games, so I'll play them with her. I like D&D, and so Ellen kind of got me on the D&D train. But you kind of have to have people to play, so it's not something we're really going to play at home with just the 2 or 3 of us. No, I've always used snow days as kind of let's catch up on 8 hours of video gaming, and so of course I couldn't do that today, but yeah, basically just turn the fireplace on and play video games. That's kind of my thing to do. But
speaking of D&D, Chris, do you play?
I have not played D&D, and it's something I've been wanting to get into for a very long time.
Question for you guys, totally off topic. What if we streamed a live game of D&D of the 3 of us and maybe Ellen playing, if we were able to stream it? Would anybody want to watch something like that, you think?
I think that would be entertaining.
We always push it out to the community.
We wouldn't be able to play for long, but we could maybe start the game and then revisit it if it's a campaign, or a one-shot. Yeah. I haven't played in a really long time. It might be fun.
I think that would be great. Say less. You don't have to twist my arm.
Well, let's push it out to the community. Community, what do you think? Do you think we should play a game of D&D live and then record it?
Yeah.
Let us know. Maybe we can get Ellen to DM for us.
It's resurging now anyway with Stranger Things and stuff. It's starting to come back and be a little more popular.
I'm excited now. Yeah, so community, the correct answer to this is yes. That's the only option you get on the voting poll is yes or yes.
Well, there goes our viewership. We just dropped by 20%.
Yeah, very nice proposal there, Jay. I'm excited now.
It's what I do.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, man. Gosh, I love playing board games. But yeah, Pictionary, Scrabble, those are good things to do. Party games, like Jay was mentioning with the Jackbox. Jackbox is so fun. I completely forgot about it until you brought it up. But there's lots of little cool games on there, like Quiplash and Murder Mystery Mansion, I think is what it's called. But or Murder Mystery Party, that's a really, really good one too. Just lots of good stuff there. So
Fibbage
is a good one too. Lots of hilarity ensues with all that kind of stuff. And then your classics, Mario Party, Mario Kart, if you want to divide the house, and, cause mayhem and all that stuff. So, yeah. So, living in the day and age that we do, how do, as nerds especially, how do we when we know winter weather is about to strike, or even severe weather is about to strike and we have to hunker down, do you have contingency plans for different scenarios? Like, oh, if my power stays on, then here's the plan, but if the power goes out, then I have backups.
Well, yes.
Doomsday preppers.
All the power banks are charged. The Kindle's at 100%. And Jarrett and I have got Blue Eddies for this weekend, so they're all charged up. Not being
What'd you
used,
call me?
but Blue Eddy.
The crow flies at midnight.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Cousin Eddie.
Yes.
That's
nice. The upgraded model. But anyway, no, we definitely had a contingency plan. Not really a generator, but definitely could hold the line for a little while, for several hours until power came back on.
Yeah. We're not fancy enough for, the generator stuff. And we do have a portable charger that we have charged up that does pretty well. We get a few charges on it before it dies, and it's pretty well lit. I think we have I know we have a fireplace, so if we need to pop the fire off or something, then we're good. Tons of blankets. This is like the one scenario in which my wife collects every single blanket that she comes across that we can just hunker down and bundle up and things. And then we have animals, and then we have a space heater for a son. So he's a good addition to that too. So Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I keep my electronics plugged into a UPS system all year round. So it's just stays ready to go for power outages. Just because I can't tell you how many times our lights will flicker or our power just flickers, and then you go through this whole your PS5 shut down incorrectly, and so then you got to go repair it and all this other crap. So we just keep it uninterrupted. We just keep it going. But yeah, we got a couple of the Blue Eddies from school, and we've got them fully charged just in case. But I mean, they're not going to do a whole lot. They might power the TV or something for a few hours. Mostly it's going to be keep the phones charged, keep electronics charged. But then again, what are you going to do without internet? So
what is life?
Right? I mean,
but you go back 40 years to the Nintendo. If you had the N64 or whatever, you could play and play and play and play.
Yep,
that's true.
That is true.
True.
That is true.
I think it's just classic.
I think it's just impressive that you have it connected to UPS and that you're running UPS out of your house. The mailing service, Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
These are the jokes, folks.
Yes.
We're here for it.
Well,
Good
there
one.
Goes our viewership, another 20%.
Hey, look, I'm going for the high score at this point. So
that's not, no.
The segue now is, this segues perfectly into the next question. Snacks. Do you have good snowed-in snacks that you like?
Yes. Can't go wrong with grilled cheese and tomato soup. I don't know if you guys like either one of those things, but
oh my gosh.
That, and then, of course, that's the official fuel of Snowmageddon for me. And then I love chicken noodle soup on days like today, too. Of course, when I don't feel well, that's always my go-to.
Yeah. I notoriously hate tomatoes, and I think that they're the vegetable of evil, but tomato soup I love, and I love making it. I'll roast some tomatoes and then roast some garlic and throw all that stuff in a pot and blend it all up and do all the other things to make the bisque, and then I'll make some grilled cheese and I'll slap some bacon onion jam on there, and oh my god,
okay,
it's so good.
Sounds
so good. For us, soup seems to be popular around here when we do that. And just, taco soup is a favorite, is a staple here. Your chilies and things like that. But good snack stuff. We're real big fans of gummy bears and gummy candies and things in this house. And so we always have some on hand. And Girl Scout cookies have started making other variants of their these little Girl Scout ball things. I had them on last week's episode, and we can get them at Walmart. And so we've been snacking on those. So what about you, Jarrett?
We're terrible people. We don't. Ellen made potato soup, and really what we do is we go to the store and buy 17 varieties of chips and 4 different kinds of sodas and snack the entire time. So, I mean, we don't really. Do we have potato soup? Absolutely. Have we eaten the potato soup? Not very much. So we made some Totino's pizzas the other day. That was a good venture into the. But Totino's, I don't know if you've ventured into Totino's in a while. They don't put enough cheese on it, so you got to put more cheese on it yourself. So anyway, yeah, no, ours is, we're really healthy and health conscious about our decisions. So we just eat all the chips and regret our decisions later,
Yeah. crazy times. We got a lot of the little snack bag chips, so that's meant for lunches, but we end up snacking on them anyway, and then we wonder why we don't have any chips left. So
No, that's just a barrier that you pay more for that, and I don't want something stopping me prematurely from eating my chips. Just give me the big bag. I'm just going to eat 3 of those anyway, so why?
In one go, it's fine.
All right.
Have you done this pasta trend? Have you seen that on Facebook as you've been doom scrolling and things?
I don't know. You're going to have to explain the pasta
So
trend.
they'll make like ramen or something, and they'll go outside with the bowl and the pasta, and they'll pick up a forkful of pasta and they'll hold it there, and it freezes in place. And then you just let go of the bowl, and it just looks like, ooh, magic. It's like this, I don't know, kids these days, right? But we haven't done that. That sounds like it would be fun.
Sounds terrible. What a waste
Does
of
it sound
pasta.
terrible? I mean, I imagine you can still eat the pasta. You just have to wait for it to warm back up. I don't think that...
You can't really do that with penne pasta.
Penne?
That sounds more like a spaghetti kind of pasta thing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like ramen, like noodles. Not penne. Bow tie pasta.
It's still... Never mind. Okay, now we're back to UPS. Okay.
Are we doing anything else besides gaming during this snowed-in time? Jay's obviously getting a lot of rest, so he can enjoy some of his snow-in time. But are we doing anything else? Are we binging anything? Are we reading? Are we cooking? What are we doing?
I'm trying to watch the rest of Fallout, to be honest with you.
I was about to say, have you gotten caught up in Fallout?
I've just gotten into
caught up.
Second episode, and every time I get started, I fall back asleep. I have been meted up like nobody's business. So I'm hoping these next couple days, feeling better, I'm going to try to just go on and binge it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you enjoying it?
At least get caught up. Yeah,
it's incredible.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good. Walton Goggins is a national hero, and he needs to be preserved. Protect that man at all costs.
He's
great. Dog meat, he's fine.
Just wait.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so good. What else are we doing?
I'm gonna Last of Us episode, Last of Us season 2.
No one likes The Last of Us, so it's fine.
Joel. They give him the same treatment as Joel, right?
My gosh, now I'm done. I'm done now. Thank you for telling me that. So I'm done. Just delete that out of the queue.
I'm actually totally kidding. That's not what happened. So,
are y'all binge watchers? Do y'all binge watch
Yes.
TV shows?
Yeah. I've been known to do it.
I don't like weekly episodes. I would much rather get it all and binge it and be done. I don't want to. I hate waiting.
Nicole's just like y'all too, and like she's binging the Orville right now. If you've never watched the Orville, it's a
that's hilarious.
Show. I love that show, but she's binging that show. I cannot binge watch a TV show unless it's like The Office or like Big Bang, where it's like on in the background. I'm doing something else. I cannot sit down and binge watch a TV show. I lose interest, and I would much rather stick to a weekly episodic type content when it comes to that kind of stuff. I know that's weird, but I like to let it simmer and digest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
So just
but I'm also
binge
doing a
watching
lot
TV.
I'm doing a lot of reading. So I mean, there's that.
What are you reading?
Mostly just manga. I mean, whatever I can find, trying to catch up on either chapters that I haven't caught up on or finding new stuff to read. Back when I stopped doing band directing thing for a while, I had a lot of time. So
yeah.
But anyway, now I don't have as much time to read. But speaking of reading,
excuse me,
somebody has a book coming out soon.
What? Is it that book right
there?
that
one? Has that been there the whole time?
That has not been.
Jarrett brought that up earlier. It's like it just keeps appearing. Yes, I do. I have a book coming out on Wednesday, the 28th.
What's about it?
So just a little blurb on it. Imagine this. So you're a burned out 58-year-old detective in 2025, because I wrote this started writing this at the beginning of 25, and you get thrown back in time 30 years to 1995. You have no money. You have no ID, no smartphone. You got to bluff your way into the police force to catch a killer. And the captain assigns you a partner. That partner is you, 30 years younger. And specifically, this arrogant 28-year-old rookie version of yourself, you cannot stand. It's amazing how you forget those things, how you were when you were younger and probably how you were perceived. So that is the premise of Detective Teller, The Crimson Thread. So I don't know if you've ever seen Looper.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you've watched True Detective. Either of those. I'm a big fan of all that. This is a mashup.
Okay.
so to speak. Not directly, but anyway.
Love the
There's
premise.
definitely more plot to this, but that kind of gets the juices flowing. So yes, this is what it looks like. I think I've got one right. I've got another one right here. Look at that. What? Yeah, and I'm thinking Monday I've been talked into doing this TikTok live thing, and I've not done that before. So I've got about 20 of these books. I think I'm going to give some of them away to anybody that watches, and it's going to be available on Kindle and paperback and hardback. Hardcover copies. So I've only got the paperbacks in stock right now. But yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. It's definitely something that's been a lot of fun writing, and just started really getting it out there for people to enjoy, hopefully.
Yeah.
Premise definitely sounds very interesting. I'm excited.
It's sci-fi a little bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't dwell on that marker very much.
Sure. Well, congratulations on the upcoming release,
Thank
official
you.
release of your new book. I will say that Nicole is reading the first book you wrote. Was it The Night Owls? Is that right?
The Night Owls, yeah.
The Night Owls. She is currently reading that on her Kindle, and she is enjoying it very much. So
Well,
she's
thank
very
you.
much
Tell her
looking
thank
forward.
you.
Yeah, she's very much looking forward to finishing that and reading the other books that you have out. And so I'll make sure to let her know.
I
that your new
appreciate
one's coming
that.
out on Wednesday. Yeah. So we're writing books, we're releasing books, we're time traveling. Sounds like Gaming Daddy's content for sure. So quick little update on what I have done in the past and added to my collection of games. I'm in the process of collecting, old consoles and stuff from my childhood, old games and stuff and things like that. And I was out and about Friday doing things, and I went to our mom and pop game shop and I picked up Burnout 3 Takedown.
Oh, nice.
For the PS2. This was like one of my favorite games growing up.
Yeah.
This was the only copy they had, so I was like, $15? So yeah, I'm definitely going to get that because then, whatever. And I found a copy of Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for the PlayStation 2 off of Facebook Marketplace, including shipping from Florida. I paid $15 for that, so I should be getting that this next week. So adding that to my collection. Now I just need a PS2.
I was about to ask because I know you were looking for a PS2.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't have one yet.
You can play it on PS4 though, can't you?
Is our PS4s backwards compatible?
I think the PS4 was. The PS3 is not.
Well, if that's the case, I'm definitely booting that up and playing
Hold
some
on,
of that
man.
action.
I'll ask Google.
Don't you ask Siri? Isn't Siri your thing? I don't know. I'm just an Android user.
No, never mind. You can't do it.
We have to do like, hey, Google or hey, Meta or whatever they call the thing. And I don't use it, but I mean, it's fine. So that perfectly segues actually. What's your update on your PC journey? How are you enjoying the new?
Well, I mean, obviously after I think Ronan just woke up.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, after, spending copious amounts of time getting it all set up and getting it where I wanted it and, all those lovely things, like I have not touched it. So it's kind of been, I did some 3D prints. I did some 3D models or whatever, printed up, a thing for our curtain rod, a couple of other things, but got my emulator stuff working, got my games ready to go. But really, I don't have anything for PC. So there's really nothing for me to do. I don't really have this huge backlog or catalog of games. So, I mean, I'm kind of in this weird window of kind of wait for more stuff to release or for me to buy new stuff before I can really do much. But I mean, other than that, I love it. I love just being able to pull it up and have it going all the time. So it's great. But yeah.
I am currently on the hunt for Red October still, finding my next project game. But in the interim, I've been playing, I've restarted a playthrough of Elden Ring, and I'm enjoying that very, very much. I'm about to be out of the opening area. I got some boss cleanup to do. I think I have like 8 more bosses to clean out for this opening area before I move on. But it's a lot of fun, enjoying it. I've kind of dipped my toe in Crash Bandicoot 4 a little bit, and that game is as punishing as advertised. So I'm glad to see that Crash has not lost his luster since the 90s, so that's good for them. I've played a little bit of Cyberpunk, so I'm dipping my toe in there. I like it so far. It's very, very in-depth, very like, ooh, this is like very, detailed in things, so I like it so far. I have Midnight Suns downloaded. I haven't booted that up yet because I'm trying to decide, appetizers, just to kind of see what I want to dive into. But yeah, that's my gaming update. So is there anything else we want to hit on this episode this week, gang?
No, I think that pretty well covered it. I mean, just let us know, community, what do you think about doing a D&D session? Of course, we have other things that we want to jump into. And now that we have a PC and some OBS, then we can kind of jump into some live streams, but we'll do that, kind of see how we go with things. But let us know, give us a comment, send us an email, and we would love to have your opinion on it.
Via UPS. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us today on today's episode of Gaming Daddies. Don't forget, you can catch the audio version of this podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast content. And if you want the full video version, head over to youtube.com/gamingdaddies and join in on the fun. If you'd like to support the show and help us take it to the next level, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/gamingdaddies. Big shout out to our amazing supporters still, Mr. Sean Donahue, gang. Do what the kids do. Clock it, dude. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Perfect. Yeah, sure. All right, cool. I try to say it. Y'all keep this going, and we honestly, I could not do it without you, and we hope we can continue to get some more Patreon subscribers. Follow us on Facebook, and we're going to try to be a little more active on that account. I know we've been doing kind of bad. Sorry. Until next time, this has been Gaming Daddies. Stay safe in the snowpocalypse. Stay inside. Hoard all the bread, the milk, the eggs, and biscuits for some weird reason. And we'll see you in the game.
I'll see you next time.